and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're watching it.
Yep.
We're all seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, on fire. Are you? What
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait till the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players.
What a time. What's going on, everyone? Welcome into First Take. Thank you for being with us. That is Stephen A. Smith. I'm Molly Karam. Stephen A., in case you didn't know, P-Mac sat down with LeBron for an hour plus, obviously addressed a lot of stuff, and I'm assuming you'd also like to address some things.
Oh, I got a few things to address. Number one, congratulations to Pat McAfee. First of all, anybody would have gotten that interview. I take no issue with the job that Pat McAfee did. Having LeBron James on his show, anybody would have done that. The questions that he asked was more than appropriate. Outstanding job by him and his team, no doubt about that. Let's get to LeBron James. So LeBron James decides who really, outside of his crew, doesn't really have any friends in the media. Suddenly, he's going to be in Indianapolis, drive into the country, and go and do a show that comes on immediately after First Take. Clearly, they were looking at it, and they used the upcoming Mind Your Game podcast with Steve Nash to disguise what his real agenda was, which was to address me. Because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at. To regurgitate an obvious point, when I talked about Bronny James early in the season, and I highlighted the fact that at that particular moment in time, he simply was not ready, I was calling out LeBron James. LeBron James never addresses that with anybody, and for some reason, no one ever asked him about that. Wasn't it you who said that Bronny James was better than some players in the NBA right now before he was even drafted? Wasn't it you who said, if you want me, draft my son because you wanted to play with your son for 1 year? Wasn't it you who literally circumvented meritocracy within the National Basketball Association and got the entire media world in the NBA and, of course, the Lakers organization to buy in on that? LeBron James did all of that. That is the person I was talking about as a father. Not the father in Brentwood or Bel Air or wherever else he has homes. I'm talking about the father that shows up at Crypto.com arena. Last time I checked, Bronny James is a professional basketball player. LeBron James went on national television yesterday and lied. He said that I have no problem with you talking about the game. What did I say about Bronny James other than at the time he wasn't ready? That was it. I said nothing else. So if that's the issue, and I pointed to LeBron James and the fact that you've circumvented a meritocracy just to get your wish at the expense of the credibility of the league in a lot of people's eyes, that's talking about you. That's not talking about your son. And then he goes about the business of taking it a step further. First of all, let's understand something to the viewing public in America and beyond. This was planned. Rich Paul was on Pat McAfee's show about 10 days earlier or whatever. Rich Paul, for everybody that knows, is the man, the founder of Clutch Sports. He's a strategic thinker. He didn't go there by accident. You're there talking with Pat McAfee, and the next thing you know, within 2 weeks, after obviously a negotiation took place, LeBron James is on it. We know a negotiation took place because we understand that since LeBron had uninterrupted, or whatever the hell it was called, he's been about control. He's been about making sure that things are his way. Us, as the media members, know it because of how his behavior has changed since he's had his own media outlet in terms of how he treats the media. But we won't focus on that too much this particular moment. In the aftermath of that interview, what does he do? He puts out some page about me, boxing and all of this other stuff from a decade ago with 2 torn rotator cuffs. Fine, no problem. It's very, very embarrassing video. I'll be the first to say and all that stuff, even though I like it to be left up there. Because if people think I want to throw hands like that, that's how I throw hands, knock yourself out. I'm good with it. I know that the man I am today is not the man that I was a decade ago, physically or beyond. I can tell you that. So we get that out the way. Why do I bring that up? Because that's how petty you've become. You're LeBron James. You that butthurt over the things that I'm saying, that you would post that video. When has LeBron James ever done something like that? But suddenly you're doing that as it pertains to me. This man is in his feelings. I wonder why. Could it be because I don't believe you're the GOAT? Because I'll never believe you're the GOAT? Because I have you number 2 at all times? Do I have to have ESPN and First Take put up the ticker tape right now and say, yo, could you put that up there, please? Great father, great husband, great philanthropist, great businessman, great director, great producer, great host, great basketball player, great leader. I mean, my God, I have done everything but put diapers and a bib on this brother. But it ain't enough, because one thing matters to him and one thing only, and that's him being recognized as the greatest of all times. Well, you're not in my book. That belongs to Michael Jordan. Where would I get that from? Let's count the ways. So we have a situation where we're looking at LeBron James breaking all these records, and we're conveniently forgetting that he's in his 22nd year. But Jordan did all of this pretty much in his first 13, although he had 15 years. He only came back for the final 2 years because he wanted to be an owner. And part of the stipulation with Abe Pollin, then the owner of the Washington franchise, was that he be a part of the team and play and generate revenue and interest, etc., so he could ultimately become an owner. That's why Michael Jordan played. It was really his first 13 years. Yet still in all, here we are in the year 2025, decades after Michael Jordan has retired, while LeBron James is still playing. And LeBron James is still 2 titles shy of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is 6. LeBron James has 4. He does have as many finals losses as Michael Jordan has wins. He has 6 finals losses. He has 4 championships. Let me continue. Michael Jordan, NBA Finals MVP, 6th, the most all time. LeBron James, 4. Despite having played a minimum of 7 more seasons than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, regular season MVP, 5, tied for 2nd all time with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. LeBron James, 4. Once again, he comes up short to Michael Jordan. All NBA first team, 10 of 15 seasons, 67% for Michael Jordan. 59%, 13 of 22 for LeBron James over the course of 22 years. Defensive Player of the Year, Michael Jordan captured that once. That has never been an honor bestowed upon LeBron James. All NBA Defensive First Team, 9, tied for most all time to LeBron James, 5. He's still 4 short despite having a minimum of 7 more seasons. Scoring titles, 10-1. LeBron James does have an assist title. Michael Jordan never did that. Michael Jordan led the league in steals on 3 occasions. He's had 9 NBA record 9 game-winning buzzer beaters. LeBron, as of last night, has 8. So still in your 22nd season, you haven't caught up to Michael Jordan, okay? What I'm saying to you is that these are basketball things that I'm mentioning. Who got personal? LeBron. He's lying when he says that I attacked his son. When he came up to me courtside at the Lakers-Knicks game, he was lying then. He threw me off guard because he said, you can't be pooping on my son, because we over FCC Airways. You can't be doing that. I didn't know what he was talking about, so it threw me off. Had he came up to me and said, what the hell are you doing talking about me as a father? I would say it's because of what you were doing with your son on the basketball court for public consumption. That's fair game. His son plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't wish any harm upon Bronny. I believe in Bronny. I didn't say anything about him until that one time, January 29th. And I never bothered him before or after. I just stated a point in fact. We want to forget that. We want to forget that other people were pointing to his legitimacy or lack thereof as a McDonald's All-American. We want to point to LeBron James, and we don't want to bring up the fact that he was the one that said on the record, my son is better than some NBA players right now. You want me, draft my son. We want to conveniently forget that. I'm not doing that. I cover this sport. This is what I do. And if LeBron James wants to see me continue to cover the sport, or he wants to have a problem with me continuing to cover the sport, I suggest that he be happy with the things that I haven't brought up. I never brought up really and never really discussed